Okay. Hopefully we're going live now. Welcome to the Acoustic Stayaway from the Folk Project in New Jersey, but also live from here in Knackville. You guys hearing me out there? This time's going to be a little different because I can actually see the chat, which I've never done before. So this is really much more interactive. It's just so cool to see my friends in so many different places saying hello and knowing that you're listening out there. We're going? All right. Well, let's kick this off with one that I often finish with. It's a little song of gratitude. And I'm so grateful you're here to join me for some songs today. Thank you. Grateful for the sun that warms this valley, for the flowing of the water and the wind. I'm grateful for the cool of summer evenings, and every time the morning comes again. Sometimes I forget, so for now I'd like to say I'm grateful for this day. I'm grateful for my family that surrounds me, for the joy of all the time we have to spend. I'm grateful for my teachers and their wisdom, and my ever-growing company of friends. But sometimes I forget, so for now I'd like to say I'm grateful for this day. And I know there will be struggles yet to come, but still I have to smile. And I know our time is short, but I'm glad to be part of the dance for a while. I'm grateful for this gift of sharing music, for the fragrance and the sweetness of the wine. I'm grateful for the bounty at our table and the sparkle of my lover's eyes that shine. Sometimes I forget, so for now I'd like to say I'm grateful for this day. I'm grateful for this day. I'm grateful for this day. Right. Thanks so much for being here, everybody. My friend Betsy writes that if I had a signature song, that would be it. And maybe that's true. It certainly was the most requested of all my songs, with another one that I'll do later as a close second. But it certainly has an important message for me to remind myself. I'm going to play, actually, this was a request of Betsy's, and it's another one from the most recent album from Cerulean Sky. It's called Thing of Beauty. It goes like this. like to make a sculpture out of glass, so beautiful that it could make you cry. When I look out at the snowflakes as they fall against my window, I cannot seem to bring myself to try. I just can't seem to bring myself to try to make a thing of beauty, just one thing of beauty, only for an instant, with truth and with love, to make a thing of beauty, just one thing of beauty, a single thing of beauty, and that would be enough. I'd like to weave a tapestry of yarn, so intricate that it could break your heart. When I look out at that web as it's shining in the sunlight, I cannot seem to bring myself to start. I just can't seem to bring myself to start to make a thing of beauty, just one thing of beauty, only for an instant, with truth and with love, to make a thing of beauty, just one thing of beauty, a single thing of beauty, and that would be enough. Like to sing a song of breath and air, so wonderful that it could touch your soul. When I listen to the robin as he's heralding the springtime, I cannot take the first step towards my goal. I just can't take the first step towards my goal. I can try to live a life that makes an honest story, with challenges, adventures, with truth and with love, and that would be a thing of beauty, a single thing of beauty, a human thing of beauty, and that would be enough. Thank you guys. I know Betsy's not the only one that likes that song. Appreciate that very much. Cool. Oh yes, happy birthday, Sally. It's amazing to me to see so many of my friends who actually know each other, even in different places. It feels big but small at the same time. Yeah, sorry about the audio situation. It's still a work in progress, but hopefully it sounds okay in spite of that. So this is a request from a friend up in Canada, and it's not Thursday, it's Tuesday night, but we can pretend. Thursday night in this college town, spring is in the air. It's 10 o'clock as I walk the dog, and there's parties everywhere. Back home, Diane is putting the twins to bed. It's been another long, hard day. I'll be lucky to get a kiss goodnight before the Sandman gets his way. 'Cause it's Thursday night, I'm feeling lonely as can be. Yeah, it's Thursday night, seems like everybody's getting lucky, except for me. So easy to romanticize those distant days gone by. A carefree bacchanalia remembered with a sigh. But now the girls walk by in laughing groups, and I'm thinking they must get cold in those skimpy clothes they wear these days. And then I realize I'm not so old. 'Cause it's Thursday night, I'm feeling lonely as can be. Yes, Thursday night, seems like everybody's getting lucky, except for me. I know I'm lucky to have my house, some friends that I can call. I should be counting my blessings, but I don't feel lucky at all. I just know if I went to those bars downtown the way I used to do, I'd see happy couples hooking up, heading homewards 2 by 2. I give old Duke a treat as we come inside, and then, much to my surprise, Diane greets me with a playful wink and a pair of bedroom eyes. 'Cause it's Thursday night, I'm feeling lucky as can be. Yes, Thursday night, seems like everybody's getting lucky, maybe even me. Maybe even me. All right, that goes out to Shelley. Oh, let's see. Well, we're going to try the piano and see how that goes here. Get this off. Okay. Guys hear that okay? Diane, yeah. Oh, so the set list on this whole thing has pretty much been requests. Oh boy. This is going to be exciting if the audio is not happening. Cross our fingers and hope it continues to work. Okay, so this is a song about a town with a very small population. It's called Dry River Valley. The houses are boarded and shuttered all down the main street. The paint is cracked off and peeling, absorbing the heat. The Texaco sign still creaks like it has done for years, but it's drowned by the sound of the insect hum that still rings in your ears. Oh, welcome to Dry River Valley, population 1. The snakes and the lizards lie out on their rocks in the noonday sun. It's the place you'll go to when there's nowhere left to run. Dry River Valley, population 1. She sits on the porch beside you, you sip lemonade, and talking of friends from your childhood and plans you had made for horses and flowers and fields. You turn around, you see she's gone, and you know she wasn't real. Welcome to Dry River Valley, population 1. The snakes and the lizards lie out on their rocks in the noonday sun. It's the place you go to when there's nowhere left to run. Dry River Valley, population 1. The sun's sinking slowly out west behind purple clouds, and the moon's hanging over the desert, and the stars coming out. You walk back inside and yawn, and you poke at the fire, then you pull your blanket up close round your throat as the flames climb high. Welcome to Dry River Valley, population 1. The snakes and the lizards lie out on their rocks in the noonday sun. It's the place you'll go to when there's nowhere left to run. Dry River Valley, population 1. Population 1. Population 1. All right. I don't know what made me think of that one. Maybe just in these times of some isolation, we feel like we're living in our own little Dry River Valley. Let me take a quick look at the chat. Oh, good. Okay, the piano sounds okay. Thank you. Cool. Well, let's do another piano one. As some of you know, I'm actually Dr. Dave. I have a PhD in philosophy, but this next song is not really so much about philosophy as psychology. It was written many years ago when I was in the mood to write a blues song, and I realized that things were going too well in my life. But I realized that if you dig down deep, there's always something to complain about. So I turned to psychology to dig a little deeper and wrote what may be one of the few Freudian blues out there. This is called Civilization and Its Discontents. I step forward, I step back, but it's still hanging over my head. That little cloud of sadness seems to follow me everywhere. I tell myself I'm such a lucky fella. I try to hide under my umbrella, but like a stray that won't go away, I find it's waiting there. I'm not 16 anymore, not quite. All that existential angst, I've been through it all before. I've got a lovely house and a wonderful wife. As Jimmy Stewart said, it's a wonderful life. I think of all the nice things that people have said, but there's still that little ball of nameless dread, like an emotional piece of gum that keeps on sticking to the bottom of my shoe. Let's go. It's true all men are mortal, and it's true that I'm a man, then with syllogistic reasoning, it's true that we can deduce that sometime in the future I no longer will exist. So maybe I'm just worried that I really won't be missed. Wake up in the morning, it's a beautiful day, but can I go outside and just play? No, I've got those civilization and its little discontent blues. like you, I've got those civilization in his little discontent blues. All right. It's an oldie but a goodie. Oh, Wordless Rhymes. Cool. Yeah, that was a really special project. That was a tribute album I did to my friend Al Stewart, playing a bunch of his songs kind of rearranged and scrambled up instrumentally. And a few of them I scrambled so much that at first when he heard it, he didn't even recognize which songs they were, and they were his songs. Yeah, you can find that as well as all my other music, both on my website and, of course, Spotify. I kind of like the democratic aspect of the whole live streaming thing, which is that, you know, if you can't afford to pay, you can watch a live stream for free, and that's great, and I appreciate you being here if you haven't paid a dime. But if you can't afford to contribute, this is how I feed my family, so I know a lot of you already have, and I really appreciate that too. It's you know, just do what you can do. That's all any of us can do in these times. But I appreciate all the requests that I got too, and this is one that I don't play very often, but it was requested, I think, by one of my friends from England, my friend David. I don't know if he's still awake watching or not. But either way, I'll do it for him and anyone else that likes this song. I won't introduce it. I'll just play it for you. Baby, no, you're gonna be alright. I'll be leaving in the morning. Should be home by Sunday night. But this trip won't be a long one. I hate leaving you alone. I'll be counting out the minutes till I'm home. And I'll be in heaven when I see you again. Will you be waiting at the door to let me in? Give our little girl a kiss. You can't know how much I miss you. I'll be in heaven when I see you again. I'm at Newark now. There's not much of a line. They say we're 40 minutes late, but the weather is just fine. I'll hang up because we're boarding, but I'll see you in a while. Then we'll celebrate my homecoming in style. And I'll be in heaven when I see you again. Will you be waiting at the door to let me in? Give our little girl a kiss. You can't know how much I miss you. I'll be in heaven when I see you again. Babe, I can't talk loudly, but I think there's something wrong. A commotion near the cockpit or a fight. We're gonna try to overpower 'em, 'cause there's only 4 or 5. Just remember that I love you. If somehow we don't survive, we can't let 'em hit the White House or a populated town. We're going in, oh babe, we're going down. And I'll be in heaven when I see you again. And I'll be waiting at the gate to let you in. Give our little girl a kiss. You can't know how much I'll miss you. I'll be in heaven when I see you again. I'll be in heaven when I see you again. So, don't play that one every day. But it was actually written not in September, after the terrible events of 9/11 happened, but actually in October, a month later, when I got on my first flight again after that. to leave my then infant baby girl and wife at home, and then I started thinking about things, and against all my instincts, wound up writing a song about that. Oh, there we go. Always better to take the pick out. So, of course, the trick is, how do you put that into a set? So, the only way is to change gears. Let's see, is that on? There you go. So this is one that actually goes back a long way. This goes back to the early days of the internet, and my son Django requested it. I think maybe because it's a live stream online kind of show. And so this one goes out to Django, who likes his screens. But it's all about communicating on the internet. And if you remember the early days, it was kind of like what I'm doing now. I'm reading your chat. But I can't see your faces as we go. You can see me, but I can't see you. In the old days, nobody could see anybody because there was no World Wide Web yet. It was just black and white screens. And this is a song about those days. It's called RL. They made a slip connection in a cyber bar somewhere. He said, I didn't mean to irk you. I was hoping for a chat. She said, my homepage are yours. And they were ROTFL. They had all-night conversations, many more times after that. He said, I virtually love you. But sometimes I wish that you could spell. And maybe someday we could meet offline. Maybe someday you could meet me in RL. RL, she said, I think I might have heard of that before. But my online Rand McNally's incomplete. You see now, I live in Chicago. He typed, funny, so do I. At the same time, they both typed the words, what street? She typed M-A-P-E-L. He typed M-A-P-L-E. I'm right near 34th Street. She typed in caps, that's right near me. He said, I virtually love you. But sometimes I wish that you could spell. Maybe someday we could meet offline. Maybe someday you could meet me in RL. I was noticing the waitress in the coffee shop downstairs. She writes the breakfast specials on a chalkboard by the door. It's French toast with maple syrup, and he can't believe his eyes. So he jumps up from the table and spills his coffee on the floor. He says, I know you've never seen me, but I feel as if we know each other well. And I'm so glad that I found you offline. Well, maybe it's a good thing you can't spell, or I never would have found you in RL. All right. So, Let's see. Oh, I have another request for another oldie but a goodie. This is a song that was actually co-written with Al Stewart, who I toured with for quite a long time, and who is the reason I know some of you who are out there. Hello to all my friends from the ASML. It's good to see you here in RL, or semi-RL. There is still an ASML. I think it's pretty much now all on Facebook. So if anybody was on it and lost it and wants to get back on it, shouldn't be too hard to find. I cannot remember who asked for this song, but I know somebody wanted to hear it, and I thought since Halloween is coming up, it's a bit of a ghost story, so I thought I should play it. This is the story of my children's great-great-great-great-great-great-grandfather, something like that, on my wife's side, not on my side. He was what they call a Loyalist, which means somebody who fled from the colonies during the American Revolution because they stayed loyal to King George III. And they, in this case, they fled up to Shelburne, Nova Scotia, a beautiful town in the Maritimes, and I always wanted to write a song about him. His name was Adam Bauer, and I had a lot of information, but boy, it was hard to pack it all into a song. So I went to Al Stewart one day. The Al Stewart mailing list, ASML, yeah, and yeah, ASFAB. That's Al Stewart Friends. I don't know. I better not look at the chat. Just concentrate on talking. So Adam Bauer lived in the time of the American Revolution. He was born in Germany. He was granted land by King George III, and just as they were starting to settle, the revolution broke out and things got ugly, as you'll hear. They fled to Canada, and so this is his story. I was trying to pack it into a song, and there was no way I could figure it out, so I went to Al Stewart one day, and I asked him if he would help me, and he wound up helping me write the words to this, and the music, actually. It's called The Loyalist. I see my name all over town, from the shop signs to the graveyard, and I've wandered here for 200 years, down through every generation. Sometimes I wonder, do they ever think of me, a distant figure from the past? Moss-covered headstone, just a piece of history. How did my story fade so fast? I am the Loyalist. Our crops were in a well-earned rest, where the hoof beats in the twilight. And we were told horses and gold were needed for the insurrection. Though I knew what it might cost us, I replied, whose bread I eat, his song I sing. They beat me bloody, called me filthy Tory spy, but I would not betray my king. I am the Loyalist. They said revolution is the anvil where freedom must be forged. He said that I should fight for freedom, but I owe liberty and life to King George. So once again, we had to flee, taking just what we could carry. try once more on these rocky shores to build our farms in this new country. Like dancing beggars here, we did the best we could, claiming this land by Shelburne Bay. I'll run no further, no, I'm staying here for good, while my descendants move away. I am a loyalist. I see my name all over town, from the shop signs to the graveyard. I've wandered here for 200 years, down through every generation. The Loyalist, co-written with Al Stewart. Thanks for that request. Let's see. Check the chat. All right. I haven't. Oh, okay. I know what I'm going to do. I should say a couple of quick thank yous here. First of all, Gary Pratt from the Folk Project has been a big help. And Mark and Robin Schaefer, who kind of urged me to do the first live stream I did some months ago, kind of got me started with all this, and I really appreciate that. Also, my friend Maurice Gainan, who helped me a lot with the audio, and actually I wouldn't be able to do any of this piano stuff if it wasn't for his help, so thank you, Maurice. Super great musician, recording engineer, and just all-around great guy. And thank you, Jen, for painting the nice sign telling people where to donate if they want to. Just so grateful to have such amazing friends. Oh, and there's my friend Steve Marquardt, whose new record is coming out in a few weeks. Yay! All recorded here at Knackville. Gosh. So this song is another one that I like to do a lot because I like the message of it, but I have a really good reason to do it today. This is a song about a real person. Actually, I'll do the song, then I'll tell you the story afterwards. On the corner of 2nd and L Streets, there used to be nothing at all, just the railroad tracks on the south side, to the west the substation wall. But now there's baskets full of plants and flowers, carefully arranged, and big rocks splashed with colors, and day-glow fluorescent paint. But when I drive by George's Corner, always puts a smile upon my face. Each could pick a corner of our own to try to make a better place. Now I don't know if George is homeless. He rides his bike everywhere, with grizzled beard and baseball cap pulled over short cropped hair. All his clothes are worn and weathered, but he's got periwinkle eyes. He's a gardener, a neighbor, an artist, and he works and beautifies. But when I drive by George's Corner, it always puts a smile upon my face. How we each could pick a corner of our own to try to make a better place. Now most of us are running round, commanded by the calendar and clock. No time to improve things. I wonder if the treadmill's gonna stop. The corner changes with the seasons, sometimes from week to week. But he's out there in the autumn chill, summer's burning heat. I've seen pink carnations, daffodils, orange marigolds. Sometimes it's just rocks and sticks in the winter when it's cold. And when I drive by George's Corner, it always puts a smile up on my face. How we each could pick a corner of our own to try to make a better place. A better place. All right, thanks for the request for that one too. Let's see. So, take these off and getting all tangled up here. Yep. I think I saw somebody asking earlier if this was recorded or something, pre-recorded. No, obviously not. This is live in all its glory, for better or for worse. Oh, Wolf is watching. Cool. Wolf the dog. Wolf is an awesome dog. So this is the moment that you've all been waiting for. Well, not all of you, some of you. I promised a raffle, and a raffle we shall have. Unlike some raffles, this one didn't cost a dime. You just had to go and check out the new website, Knackville, and let me know you were there and send me a request. And we got some requests, so I'm going to get the hat and some things, and we're going to do this raffle. Ooh, let's see. Okay. First of all, I got this lovely hat, courtesy of my friend Greg in Texas. It's a real, genuine Texas cowboy hat. I'll wear it sometime. Yeah. In this hat are a bunch of little slips of paper, all cut up by my son Django. I can't see the names on them, but if you're in the chat, we're going to pull one of these out of here, and whoever it is going to get the gift pack. So I'm just going to, ooh, got a big strip of thing out. Okay, cool. Someone I don't know, or at least I don't know that I know, and you have to be present to win. So if you're there, you got to try and let me know in the chat. I'm looking for Pat Weber. Is there a Pat Weber in the chat? The hat. Yeah, you got to be ready to type if you win. I'll give it a minute. If you don't, oh yeah, I'm sorry. I also need. Well, I'll wait for a second to see if Pat Weber shows up. Let us know you're there. Yeah, Pat Weber. It's W-E-B-E-R, just one B. So waiting for Pat Weber. We'll wait a minute. Well, you may still have another chance, Bruce, if Pat Weber doesn't show up in a second. I just wanted to give you a quick follow-up on the George's Corner. So I think it is a 10-gallon hat. The George's Corner story. I was concerned because I hadn't heard from George or seen him since the pandemic started. And I was able to reach somebody through the city. And I found out last week that he is now in an apartment and he has some help. And it's being taken care of, which is great because he's in his 80s and it really was time for him to stop camping. He's been camping for 35 years. Camping is what he called it. But I'm glad he's safe and well. I was really concerned. And I know a lot of you know about George, so you probably want to know. Okay, one more try. Going once, going twice. I'm sorry, Pat. We did say you have to be present to win, so we'll put that off to the side. But thank you for entering. We've got another chance for somebody else to win the big gift pack. Got another one here in my hand, and I swear I don't know any of these. Oh, hope she's there. Erica Koenig Workman. Erica from up in Canada. Oh, wait a minute. Wait. Oh no. Well, you know what? You're Pat Weber? Okay, I think Pat, we hardly need. We're going to move on. Okay, how about Erica? Have we got Erica from British Columbia? No? Not watching? Okay. Well, we're going to keep going down the list. I mean, I'm not going to spend too much more time on this because I know you want more music. Who have I got here? Oh, Mark Ruin. Mark Ruin from the Midwest. Mark, R-U-E-N. Mark Ruin. I know you from Iowa. Nope. I guess, if people are watching. No, they can't watch on Facebook. It's only on YouTube. Some people might be just figuring they'll watch later on the replay, which is cool. Well, that's 3 down. 1 more to go. Oh, my goodness. Bruce, your patient has been Patience has been rewarded. I kid you not. Oh, my dear friend Bruce Coulter from New Jersey, no less. Oh, my goodness. All right, so I got a vinyl, a CD, a plate by Jen, and a T-shirt all set up for you. Yeah, this is... and I know where to find you, so I'll get it there. Okay. Thank you guys all for participating in the raffle. I know, it's Bruce. Who could deserve it more than Bruce? All right. Enough of my yakking. Anybody else see the Spinal Tap special last week? I love Spinal Tap, and they did a fundraiser thing in Pennsylvania. Is the original guys all chatting. Congratulations, Bruce Coulter. Okay. All right, so this actually was a request from my nephew, Adam, who told me it's his favorite of all of my songs. And it's one of the few songs I've recorded that I actually never memorized, never learned, never performed, as far as I can remember. But since someday soon I'm going to start trying to do some live streams with the entire album, of all of my albums one at a time, I figure I'd better catch up on this. Plus Halloween is coming, so I don't know if my brother Jeffrey and his son are watching, but if you're out there, Adam, this one's for you. And it's a little scary song about a recurrent nightmare that I used to have. Sometimes the best... And you know what happened after I wrote the song and recorded it? The nightmare pretty much went away. So that was good. It's called The Invader. In a dreamscape, twisted landscape, no escape that you can find. Vivid nightmare, Halloween scare, and it's there inside your mind. Oh, hey, did you forget to lock the cellar door? Your panic room's been compromised again. Oh, hey, did you forget to lock the window in the back? Could it be that the invader is within? Pull the shade down, now make no sound. All around they are outside. Heartbeat, and it seems that you can't hide. Oh no, did you forget to lock the cellar door? Your panic room's been compromised again. Oh hey, did you forget to lock the window in the back? Could it be that the invader is within? He is ageless, almost faceless. Now you bless your gates and walls. Open window in the moon glow. Prayers are just no use at all. There's an amethyst moon, and the stars will be coming out soon. An obsidian sky, and the candle you lit starts to sputter and die. Glass is shattered, wood is battered. Doesn't matter if you scream. No The Invader. All right. Yeah, that's one I don't think I. Oh yeah, that's right. Al did a guest spot on the record on that. He sang the bridge, the Amethyst Moon. It was kind of perfect for his voice. So I'm gonna do another one that's more recent. This is one of the songs from. This is one of the songs from Cerulean Sky, the latest album. I should remember the name of it. I did do it on an earlier live stream by request, but I didn't have the piano working. Oh, hey, Adam. Cool. All right. That was for you. I got through most of it without forgetting too many words. So this is one from Cerulean Sky called Doing the Best We Can. And it seems like a good song for these times. And I would be remiss if I didn't tell you all, regardless of your political affiliations or whatever, to get out and vote. If you're one of my American friends, it is a very important election. And I won't tell you how to vote, but I will tell you if you're eligible to vote, you need to exercise that right and get out there and do it. Okay, enough of my yakking. Here's Doing the Best We Can. Standing at the curbside, she's swaying as she's praying. I saw her there last Tuesday, tears were streaming down her face. Bags around her feet, her hands nervously ringing. I can see her softly singing, sounded like Amazing Grace. She's doing the best she can, taking what she's been given, living the only life she's got. So I try to understand, she's doing the best she can. Maybe she'll be forgiven, just like you and me. She's doing the best she can. In the old Toyota truck, he's rolling down the window. Let's loose a string of curses that could make a sailor blush. Leaning on the horn at the line of cars before him, as the traffic inches forward, soon I've lost him in the crush. He's doing the best he can, taking what he's been given, living the only life he's got. So try to understand, he's doing the best he can. Maybe he'll be forgiven, just like you and me. He's doing the best he can. When the factory closed and the kids had grown, so different from the days when they first married. Up to the curbside, she climbs right up beside him. He tells her of another job that somehow got away. He dries her eyes, she hugs him. They head to their apartment. He promises her somehow everything will be okay. They're doing the best they can, taking what they've been given, living the only life they've got. So try to understand, we're all doing the best we can. Maybe we'll be forgiven, taking it one day at a time. We're all just doing the best we can. Yeah, taking it one day at a time. We're all just doing the best we can. Oh, wow, I left out a couple songs. That's bad. I got to go back and get them now. Okay, well, I'll go back to guitar for a couple songs here. Good on you, Lincoln. Hey, Jen Pelton, great to see you on here, or at least virtually. And Steve Stein, Grandpa Thomas. Congratulations, Tom. Let's get that. You guys hearing that okay? All right. Well, I would be remiss if I left this one out because it was actually a close second to Grateful in the request category. Plus, it is October. Plus, my wife Jen's birthday is coming up in November. So for all those reasons, gotta sneak this one in. Appropriately enough, this one is called Autumn. Thanks for all the requests for this one. Well, the leaves are turning from green to brown. When the wind picks up, they'll come tumbling down. Put the quilts upon the bed as the winter's drawing near, and we turn into the autumn of the year. The kids are growing, and it won't be too long as the birds will leave the nest. They will soon be gone, but I'll put my arms around you, and you know you needn't fear as we turn into the autumn of our years. When we met, you were apple-cheeked, and I was oh so green. Now we shared half a lifetime, the good times and the lean. Like a fruit that's gently ripened, you're the one I hold so dear, as we move into the autumn of our years. As we move into the autumn of our years. Time's traces on your face, now my beard has gone to gray. Memories together, no one can take away. Like the young girl that I married, your eyes still shine so clear, as we turn into the autumn of our years. When we met, you were apple-cheeked, and I was oh so green. Now we've shared half a lifetime, the good times and the lean. Like a fruit that's gently ripened, you're the one I hold so dear, as we turn into the autumn of our years. Not the winter, just the autumn of our years. As we turn into the autumn of our years. All right, thanks for all those requests. And thanks to some of my friends like Vic who've actually covered that song. I love when people learn my songs, so if anybody needs chords to any of the songs, just send me an email. Hey, Terry, thanks. So one of the other people I may have thanked earlier, but I'll thank again if I didn't, is my friend Jared Ingersoll, who's worked with me for many years. And Jared and my friend Will are both helping out today as well, so thank you both. But Jared asked if it was okay if he could make a request, and seems like after all these years he's helped me, the least I can do is play his request. I would be churlish if I didn't, and as you know, I don't like to be known as a churl. So, Jared, this one's for you. It's actually another co-write with Al. It was an old song, which I kind of revamped. It's one of the things I always tell my songwriting students is never throw anything away, because you never know when you might be able to use it again. Susie and Phil, wow, fantastic. Great to see you on there. So it's just so cool to be able to know that I can have almost like a house concert, but with people all over the world. It's incredible. Hi, Andrew. So this was an old song, and Al liked the chorus pretty well, so we kept those lyrics and we changed the verses all around. So don't ask me what they're about. I think it has something to do with a woman who's a writer, but I don't know any more than that. It's called Never Enough. I remember in college she was freckled and demure, quick to say she's sorry, always unsure. Now she travels the world promoting her book. They gave her a MacArthur, but she worries about her looks. It's never enough. No one can ever get enough love. I swear to you by the stars up above that no one can ever get enough love. No one can ever get enough love. Well, now she's reading the chapter on a misplaced youth, an imaginary past. She's playing with the truth. She's standing by the lectern, looking kinda shy, pausing for the laughter, wishing she could cry. It's never enough. No one can ever get enough love. I swear to you by the stars up above that no one can ever get enough love. No one can ever get enough love. There's a big full moon hanging overhead, and sometimes it seems got something else instead. But I think how lonely my life could be if there weren't so many people looking out for me. The last time I saw her, she was headed for Japan to make the people love her just because she can. Nobody knows how their life will unfold. Is she digging for love or for literary gold? It's never enough. No one can ever get enough love. I swear to you by the stars up above that no one can ever get enough. No one can ever get enough. No one can ever get enough love. Thanks. Kansas. It sounds like a song from my ex. All right. So I think we got time for maybe one more. I like to be punctual. You're welcome, Jared. Oh, Jack wants you. The river never ends. Well, I could do that because I have the piano, but I haven't rehearsed it. So I'd say the odds are about 50-50 as to whether I'll actually get it right if I try to do it. Oh, wow. Judy Collins this Saturday. That's very cool. Look at that. All right. Yeah, I think, Jack, I think I'll rehearse and get that song ready for prime time, and then we'll do it on another live stream. If you guys like the idea of some all album live streams, Play All Night, that's another good one for piano. Unless Tom's just asking me to keep going. It is definitely a Global House concert. I'm enjoying this so much more when I can see the chat. I've never done one of these. Wow. Oh my goodness. Oh, we're getting a groundswell of enthusiasm for Play All Night. I might have to do it. Okay. I'll sneak that in. Yeah. I need some water. I'll tell you what, the funny thing is in this room, I have an air conditioner, and all the other times that I've done this, I've had to turn it off to keep the sound from interfering with the live stream. And I turned it off this time too, but at least it's a lot cooler out, so it's not quite as sweaty. Oh, little visitor. I thought about that. I didn't manage to get that in on this show, but I will do it. Oh, you guys, now you're hitting me with all the requests. Well, I'm going to do Play All Night just because I had a bunch of people that all wanted that at once, and then one more song, and we'll call it a night. But I like this idea eventually of trying to go through the albums one by one. I'm playing everything on the album, so I promise I'm gonna get that together, and we're gonna do that. Oh, with your silk and scarves and earrings, was cold, yeah, I was freezing. You took me in and kept me warm, keeping me from the darkness. You gave me shelter from the storm. And you should know that I would play all night just to see a smile upon your pretty face, till my fingers bleed and my voice becomes a whisper in the darkness. I would throw my soul to the wind and let the music have its way. Oh, Marguerite, I know it's crazy, but you know that I would play all night for you. Tonight I sit and wonder why I never took the time to know you till we had no time to spend. Well, just like a woman, a mother, a daughter, a sister, or a lover. Well, most of all, I can thank you for being such a friend. And you should know that I would play all night just to see a smile upon your pretty face, till my fingers bleed and my voice becomes a whisper in the darkness. I would throw my soul to the wind and let the music have its way. Oh, Marguerite, I know it's crazy, but you know that I would play all night for you. Oh, it's been too long since anyone could make me lose control, take down my defenses and look deep into my soul. Oh, Marguerite, I know it's crazy, but you know that I would play all night. Oh, you've seen me play all night. Oh yeah, well you know that I would play all night for you. Yeah. Oh man, it's so awesome to see all these requests. I mean, you have no idea. Well, some of you are songwriters, so you do know. But unless you're a songwriter, you can't know how beautiful it is to have people actually requesting songs and to know your songs and want to hear them. It's it really is beautiful to me that you guys like so many different songs. It's not all just one song. So, thank you. I really will try to get all these requests in over time. I think I am going to stick to my plan, though, and finish up with a gospel tune. I wish I could hear all of you, because this is one that I really like to do as a sing-along. But, just sing back in your own houses, and I'll imagine it. I can see the yellow applause things on there. Thank you so much. It's been a blast. This is a little gospel go-to-meeting type song called Waiting for the Light to Change. Well, I've been sitting at this stoplight. Oh, but I must be moving on. I've gotta get to where I'm going, but it's taken me so long, and I can feel the pressure rising. You know, I wanna honk my horn, and I haven't even noticed, but it's a beautiful Sunday morning, and now I'm waiting for the light to change. Yeah, I'm waiting for the light to change. Yeah, I'm waiting for the light to change. In my heart, in my heart. Well, it's been raining for several weeks now. It feels like Noah back at the flood. So it's gonna take a while before we dig out on this mud. You know the sky's been dark and cloudy, and so we haven't seen the sun. Now we're getting cabin fever while we're waiting for it to come. And now we're waiting for the light to change. Don't you know we're just waiting for the light to change? I see out there waiting for the light to change. In my heart, in my heart. Gotta have a key change for a gospel song, right? Well, it feels like we're surrounded with both ignorance and greed. There's people getting what they pay for instead of getting what they need. And there's a hunger in their belly, and there's a hunger in their souls. You know they won't be satisfied until they feel like they're in control. And now they're waiting for the light to change. Yeah, they're waiting for the light to change. Now they're waiting for the light to change in their hearts, in their hearts. Yeah, we're waiting for the light to change. We're waiting for the light to change now. We're waiting for the light to change in my heart, in my heart. Yeah. Amen. All right, we're going to do another live stream sometime in November, so make sure you're on the mailing list or on social media or something so you can find out where. Subscribe to the YouTube channel if you haven't already. Blah, blah, blah. You know, all that stuff. I don't care about all that. I just care about the fact that you're here. And thank you so much for listening. Thank you, Folk Project, for hosting, and everyone who helped make this such a fun. This is by far the funnest one that I've done because I could see all of you doing stuff out there. And I'm so sorry if I didn't get to all of your requests, but I promise I'm going to do more live streaming and I will get to them in time. So thanks again, and we'll see you down the road. Take care. Woo!